Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my June and July favorites and collective haul. I've been doing so good this year at posting a favorites video every month, but at the end of June I just felt like I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. So I decided to hold off on doing a favorites video for that month, and I thought I would just throw June and July together in this video. So let's get on with my June and July favorites and haul. I went to Florida at the end of June until the beginning of July, so the first things are going to be things that I picked up in Florida. The first couple things are actually things that my aunt gave me. So the first thing she gave me is The Dark Tower 7 by Stephen King. So just another book to add to my Dark Tower series and my Stephen King collection, which is awesome. The next thing from my aunt is this Princess and the Frog statue. And this statue was made in Hungary, and it has the handmade Hungary sticker still on it. And I don't see a year on this, so I'm not sure when it was made. But I thought this was a really cute little porcelain statue, and I've been just keeping it above my fireplace. And I thought she looked kind of creepy too. We went to a couple estate sales in Florida and we didn't really find too much, but the one thing I did find is this really cool beer stein. So it has this lid on it that opens. I tried to look this up online and I couldn't find this specific beer stein. They were asking $14, but because it was the last day of the estate sales, they were taking offers. So I ended up just paying $5 for this, so I think that was a pretty good deal. Definitely just gonna use this for decoration. I probably won't actually put beer in it because it just looks so cool. I don't want it to break or anything. The next things I picked up at Ross, and Ross had some amazing deals. I wish we had that store here. But the first thing I picked up from there is this romper. It looks like this. So basically it is a dress with legs. And this is just a random brand. The brand is called J for Justify. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but it wasn't very much. I think it might have been on clearance. I was really debating on if I should buy this next thing because I thought it looked kind of ugly, but at the same time I liked it. So it is this floral dress. I like this dress because it's super comfortable, like it's really stretchy, and it also reminded me of a vintage dress that I would usually pick up at a secondhand store. And the best part is that this dress was only $1. It was so cheap, I just could not leave it there. And the brand of this dress is called Espresso. And the very last thing I picked up from Ross, which I was super excited about, is this Free People dress. So it's this floral maxi dress, and the top is really stretchy, and then it just has these straps. And I like that the straps are adjustable, like they tie up so you can adjust them. It's really hard to show this because it is a maxi dress, but I'm going to insert a picture here so you guys can see what it actually looks like. I would try it on, but I'm feeling a little bit too lazy today. And that dress was only $20, which is super cheap for Free People. The original price tag on it said $128, so I just got an amazing deal on that. The other store I went to when I was in Florida is the Home Shopping Network outlet store. I picked up a couple black cardigans. The first one looks like this, and I don't know how well you'll actually be able to see these. I can't remember how much I paid, but maybe around $6. And the next cardigan is just a bit bigger. Like it's just longer and it has pockets. And that one was also under $10, but I can't remember the exact price for that one. I wear a lot of cardigans at work, so you can never have too many, especially black ones. And the very last thing I picked up at the HSN store is these shoes. And these shoes are by the brand Naturalizer. And they're just flats, and usually I wear this type of shoes to work, and these ones are just super comfortable. They're really soft and nice. You might think that these look like old lady shoes, but they are actually amazing, so I don't even care. They are just so comfortable, and I really want to find these in black now, so hopefully I can find a pair of them. So after all the discounts I got on this, I only ended up paying around like $30 to $35. I can't remember exactly. The next few things I'm going to talk about might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I've really been trying to create less waste in the products I buy and the things I use, so these next few things are going to be related to that. And the first things are these wax wraps. So basically you can use these instead of using saran wrap. So these are made out of some sort of paper or fabric, and then they're coated in beeswax. And the one I bought came with 3 different patterns. So this one is the biggest one, this one's medium, and this one's small. And they're all folded up, so this is what it looks like when you unfold it. So basically you just like wrap it around the top of the bowl or the plate or whatever, and then the warmth from your hands helps it to stick to the bowl. And these actually smell really good too. They kind of smell like honey, so that's a plus. So they're called Mind Your Bees wraps. And I like that you can just wash and reuse these, and apparently they're supposed to last up to 150 uses, which is awesome. These were pretty expensive. I bought them at a store in Toronto and they were $22, but there are so many different companies that make these now, so you might be able to find some cheaper online. The next thing I picked up, which now that I think about it, I picked this up in Florida at Burlington, are these reusable snack and sandwich bags. So basically they're like Ziploc bags, but you can reuse them. And obviously I had to get this one because it has skull and crossbones on them. So this one just has little skull and crossbones, and this one has big ones. And this was actually a set of 4, so it came with 2 sandwich bags and 2 snack bags. And this was only $3, so it was super cheap. And the next thing I picked up on Amazon are these reusable stainless steel straws. So it came with these 2 just regular straight straws, these 2 bended straws, and then this really big straw, which you could probably use for like bubble tea or smoothies. And it also came with a straw cleaner and then a bag to put them in. So I've been trying to bring one with me everywhere, so that way when I get an iced coffee, I'll just have my straw and I don't have to worry about getting a plastic straw. And I think those were around $10, but you can find cheaper ones on Amazon. My favorite event in the month of July was definitely Warped Tour. I went to Warped Tour in Toronto and it was so much fun. And I made a whole video about it, so if you want to check that out, I will put a link in the description and I'll add a card somewhere here if you want to check it out. July was also a busy month for streaming for me. I did 3 streams in the month of July. For the first stream, I was a guest on Hellhounds of Horror. The second stream was a collaboration between Hellhounds of Horror and Freaky Girls Live, and then the last stream I did was the usual Freaky Girls live stream. So those streams were all so much fun, and we got to watch some really good movies. Some other movies that I watched for the first time in June and July were Hereditary, which I saw in theaters and it was awesome. And I finally saw A Quiet Place, which was amazing. It was such a good movie. And last, I watched the movie Cube, which is a Canadian sci-fi horror movie from 1997. I'd seen parts of this movie on TV before, but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie. But I'm really glad I did because I really enjoyed it and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. It was so good. And a couple other movies I watched that I wasn't crazy about is the movie Mother. I actually kind of liked it throughout the movie, but I absolutely hated the ending of that movie. It was just awful. So overall, just not a huge fan of Mother. And the next movie I want to talk about is a movie I thought I was gonna like, but I ended up not really liking, and that would be the movie Deathgasm. I feel like this is a movie that if I watched it in like high school, I might have really liked, but watching it now, I just didn't really like it. The humor was just very like blah. So yeah, not a huge fan of Deathgasm, unfortunately. Next, I want to talk about a few shows that have been my favorites in the past couple months. The first show I want to talk about is called Queen of the South. This is a show I've been watching for the past few years, and season 3 just started in June. This show follows the main character Teresa as she tries to take over a drug empire. I like this show because it has a badass female lead, and I do like crime shows every once in a while. So if you like crime shows, you should definitely check this one out. Another show that started back up at the end of June is Big Brother. And I'm not someone who usually watches reality TV, but my friend got me into this show a few years ago, and it's just really addicting. This season has been really good so far, and I'm definitely rooting for Tyler to win. Let me know if you guys watch Big Brother and who you want to win. The last show I'm going to talk about is the show Dark Tourist on Netflix. I've only seen a few of the episodes so far, but it's really good so far. And I'm just going to read a quick description of the show. Most tourists like to visit popular sites and attractions like beaches, stadiums, and museums while on vacation. There is a subset of tourism, however, that involves visiting places that are historically associated with death and tragedy. Journalist David Ferrier focuses on that area of travel known as dark tourism. In each episode, Farrier travels to a different locale to visit destinations and have experiences that wouldn't be on most vacationers' bucket lists. He embeds himself in a death-worshipping cult in Mexico, sees tourists soaking up radiation left behind in Fukushima, meets vampires in New Orleans, and travels to the most nuked place on Earth for atomic swimming and fishing. Based on the episodes I've seen so far, there are some places that would be pretty cool to visit, but some other places maybe not so much. Anyways, that's everything for my June and July favorites and haul. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.